بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. اتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم وما يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم. يا عباد الله، ما زلنا في قضية الزواج، لكن قبل أن ننتقل إلى هذا لابد أن نذكر عن شهر رجب. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: أفضل الصيام بعد رمضان صوم رجب. adúpẹ́ fún àṣẹyìn fánàbí ọmọ sallallahu alaihi wasallam, àkí Ọlọ́run, adúpẹ́ fún àṣẹyìn fún tí ó tún fún wa ní opportunity láti university máa wà lónìí èyí tá à ń kí lónìí ọlọ́run má ṣe lákìní ọlọ́run jí kí a kí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀ láyé kí a tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ láyé kọlọ́nkọ́ wa gbà lẹ́sìn fún wa àṣeyìn fún Ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ọlọ́run gbogbo ọkùnrin wa gbẹ̀yìn wa ọlọ́run kó bá mọ́ládà sí látùbà alágbádá orí tó ń bẹ fún ẹni tó bá ṣe àṣàlárò ìkárí ẹ̀kọ́ fún wa síwájú àwa tí a ń kírun nínú kọ́nà ń bẹ̀ yẹn bóyá àdìgbò pé the golden corner ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ gbáwájú wa kọjá tàbí àyàn náà fìlà ń bẹ̀ so tàbá wọlé bóyá ká move in so káwọn ọmọ wa gbáwájú wa tàbá ń kírun ọlọ́run kó wa fún wa. Lónìí tọ́píìkì kan wà tí a ń discuss bóyá lónìí pẹ̀lú ògo t'Ọlọ́run a try láti look into it bóyá ẹ bear with us a máa wrap it up inshallah ṣùgbọ́n ká tó lọ síbẹ̀ nínú oṣù Rajab alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin tí a bá ti kú Rajab a mọ̀ pé Ramadan òun kanlẹ̀kùn oṣù méjì nìyẹn Ọlọ́run kó ṣọ́wádìí àpọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀ láyé nínú oṣù yìí oṣù tó dáa jù láti gba àwẹ̀ ni nínú àwọn àdísì tí agbàwá tó fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ Ànábì sọ pé èyí tó fi ń dáa jù nínú àwẹ̀ lẹ́yìn àwẹ̀ Ramadan náà làwẹ̀ tá gbà nínú oṣù Rajab so Ọlọ́run fi rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn lónìí ọ̀rọ̀ nípa ilé wa nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbéyàwó tí a ń bá bọ̀ a tún yẹ áńgù mi nínú ẹ̀ náà ni pé a rí pé singles wọ́n pọ̀ lọ jàrá divorcees widows wọ́n pọ̀ lọ tí wọ́n ní ọkọ ó ṣe kó dàbí pé à ń discriminate ara àwọn ọkùnrin náà tí wọ́n níyàwó ṣùgbọ́n èyí tó dájú tó fọsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ jù pé ó bì síbì kan ju bì kan lọ a wá try láti solution sáwọn ilé yìí nínú àwọn solution tá a discuss òpin sí mẹ́ta a máa mú wa lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kan àkọ́kọ́ ń bẹ̀ ni wípé ẹ jẹ́ á bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké àwọn ọmọdé Ànábì wa sallallahu alaihi wasallam ó sọ nínú hadith an Abdullah ibn Mas'ud qala lana Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya ma'ashara ash-shabab man istata'a minkum al-ba'ata falyatazawwaj fa innahu aghaddu للبصر وأحسن للفرج ومن لم يستطع فعليه بالصوم فإنه له وجاء متفق عليه Ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ó ní ya ma'ashara ash-shabab ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ Ànábì ní ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ képe yìí manista tó mulba ẹni tó bá ti ní kápá láàrin yín falyatazawwaj kó lọ gbéyàwó kó lọ márì o fa innahu aghaddu lil-basar èyí ó jẹ́ kí ojú ẹ̀ kó lè wálẹ̀ ìwọ̀n kọjá fún àwọ̀ tó ń wò tó máa yóò mójú ẹ̀ wálẹ̀ wa ahsanu lil-farj yóò sì jẹ́ kó lè òun ní solution láti lè fi solution the best solution láti lè pa abẹ́ pamọ́ wa man lam yastati' Ànábì náà tí ó bá lè tí ìfẹ́yàwó alẹ́ ìsọ̀ kó máa gba àwẹ̀ èèyàn yóò di gbogbo àwọn envy, àwọn gbogbo àwọn ṣáháwà tí ó máa wá èyí lójú. Àdìsí nígbà tá Ànábì ó fẹ́ orí àwọn ìjàmbá ó ní òun ké pe àwọn ọ̀dọ́. Now we live in a country whereby it's tough or it's not encouraged. I don't know how to qualify that. But the bottom line is you don't want to get married. And this problem is common among us as well, right? But the real problem is that the country in which we live does not help. Now, for those of you who have a girl more than 8-year-old in your household, you are not taking any step to talk to them about marriage, you are not doing well. If you have a girl more than 18-year-old and you are not trying to discuss marriage with them, you are not doing them a favor. Oftentimes, we hear people talking about, I want them to finish their school first. I want them to finish their school first. I want them to finish their school first. Meanwhile, that immigrant parent did all the nursing school here while she had those kids. Now she's thinking smarter than her girl cannot handle that. They can handle it. But the other reality is we indirectly are opposing the biology. We are trying to go against biology. So we know, according to science, when people start getting to puberty age, they have that envy to do that thing. It's natural. It comes with that age. But we are suppressing them from doing it. Or maybe I should say, we are preventing them from doing it in a halal way. Because maybe we are very conscious, aware that our girls, our boys are having this. They do it. We know. In fact, the system in which they live from 13-year-old or so, when they are in whatever, 8th grade or 9th grade, they start giving them condom at school. I have seen that. They teach them sexual education. But this same system, guess what? They will go around the world and telling people child abuse, early child marriage. But they are giving those children condom at school. They are teaching them how to have healthy sex. What are they fooling? What are they fooling? Ya Allah. But Allah has given us the best of law, but we don't like the law of Allah. We prefer the law of human being with all its nicety. So, how do we help our children to be sane and to be clean, to be pure in the eyes of Allah? We have to support them. In this country, the law, when teenagers, less than 18, have intercourse among themselves, between themselves, there is nothing you can do. They are children. It's okay. But when you are more than 18-year-old plus 1 day, and you try to mess up with somebody of 17-year-old, ya Allah, you will find yourself in jail. That is a child abuse. And a girl of less than 18-year-old cannot give consent. That is the law. That is what we call statute. I can't remember. It's a rape by statute. Yeah, statutory rape. Yes. That is statutory rape. But they can do it among themselves, no problem. So that suggests that they don't know what they're doing. For them to start teaching them all these things at 30-year-old, they know. But Islam has already not the right thing, but they will preach across the globe that is wrong. Yes, they may not have experience, but we as parents are there to guide them. Now, in order to obey the law, at least when they turn 18, help them. Discuss that with them. If you want to advise them to watch out about having kids, that's fine. Even if they have kids, as parents, help them. Take the kids and assist them so they can do the right thing. Because they have that disposition in themselves. Because it's natural. So please, and this is the interesting part. Each one of us, with all due respect, look at ourselves or look at our friends and make the subtraction of your age and the age of your first child. And ask yourself, how old was I when I had my first child? How old were my parents when they had their firstborn? It's easy. But this is not a new thing. This has been going on forever. Because it's natural. Why are you making our thing tougher? Why are we putting them in the situation whereby they will be sinning all the time? When you have them, you have boys, more than 18, please, for God's sake, have a conversation with them. Be their friends. So that they can do the right thing. So that you also may not be called in front of Allah and respond to whatever they have done because you did not do what you're supposed to do as parents. Because it's your responsibility as well to provide them with good husbands and good wives. That's part of your responsibility, your duty as their parent. The second issue that I think is causing problem, maybe it's that one concern the divorcee, the widows, and things like that. Part of the issue that we have in communities is that, because that person is here, his ex-wife is a member of the mosque, so, or let me even put it this way, is my friend, I cannot marry his divorced wife. If it's fully divorced, that should not be a problem for somebody else to get her or to get him. That should not be a problem at all. We have plenty, maybe in our community, whereby, he can get him or he can get her because he's ex-spouse of Lagodia. That is wrong. That is not the issue of Islam. We are not helping one another. If it did not work between them, it's to be grabbed by somebody else. And no, I mean, there should not be any judgment, attached to that. Let it go.
When you saw Abiba, let it go. So, and everything has been explained in Quran. We have talked about that many times here. The story of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Zayd. Zayd is a so-called adopted child of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Before the ayah was revealed, everybody called Zayd the son of Muhammad. In fact, our beloved prophet was one of those that helped Zayd to marry his wife, Zainab. But things did not go well, and each one of them had to depart. Now, this is the hardest part of it. In Quran, in Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah says, للذي أنعم الله عليه وأنعمت عليه أمسك عليك زوجك واتق الله وتخفي في نفسك ما الله مبديه وتخشى الناس والله أحق أن تخشاه فلما قضى زيد منها وطرا زوجناكها لكي لا يكون على المؤمنين حرج في أزواج أدعيائهم إذا قضوا منهن وطرا وكان أمر الله مفعولا. Allah said, when you start talking to the one that you did good to, you bless him, and Allah also bless him with this wife, the so-called your child, Zayn. And then things did not go well. And we, Allah, ordained you to marry her, to marry that woman. But the protection, you are afraid of human beings. What would they say? How will Muhammad marry the wife of Zayd, the ex-wife of Zayd? And Allah said, Wallahu ahaqqu an takhshaw. Allah is the one that you should be fearing, Muhammad. Why are you fearing what people will say? Allah said, when things were finalized between him and Zayd, that is a nikah that Allah himself did on his arsh, on his throne. Allah says, we, Allah, we marry her to you. Like, why did you do that? Because we do not want لا يكون على المؤمنين حرج في أزواج أدعيائهم, so that there will not be that type of burden on the believers for the so-called the wives of the people calling them fathers. After the two of them separated, the order of Allah must be done. Marry her, Muhammad, marry her. If Allah can ordain that, so who else we cannot marry? Who else? And in Quran, Allah has made it clear. Please forgive me, I go over time a little bit today. Allah has made it clear. The people that we are not supposed to marry, 7 from blood, and other 7 from our in-laws. Allah said, do not marry your mother. Well, people will say, because Allah did not say it, so I can do it. So that's why Allah was clear. He said it. Do not marry your children, your daughters, your aunts, your aunt from your father, your aunt from your mother, your niece, your niece again, from brother and from sister, وَأُمَّهَاتُكُمُ الَّتِي أَرْضَعْنَاكُمْ. And the mother that breastfeed you. In some culture that happens. If that woman breastfed you, you cannot marry her. وَأَخَوَاتُكُمْ مِنَ الرَّضَاعَةِ. If the two of you are taking breast from the same woman, you cannot marry. وَأُمَّهَاتُ نِسَائِكُمْ. Do not marry your mother-in-law. Don't go there. وَبَائِبُكُمُ الَّتِي فِي وُجُوهِكُمْ مِنْ نِسَائِكُمْ. Your stepdaughter. Do not marry her. And Allah was even clear about that one. الَّتِي دَخَلْتُمْ بِهِنَّ. After you concluded the marriage and there is already intercourse between you and the mother, do not marry that girl anymore. That means if there is no such intercourse, you are allowed to marry her. If you marry the mother and nothing happened, you can marry that girl. But the opposite is haram. The opposite is haram. If you marry the mother, whether you enter or you did not enter, don't approach the mother. According to Sharia. Because of time, Quran says, do not sleep with two sisters. Even that one. You don't have that. There is explanation to that. When you have two sisters and one passed away, you can marry the other one, according to Sharia. And that has happened at the time of Prophet Muhammad. Uthman married two daughters of Prophet Muhammad. That's why we call him Muraid. When the first wife of Uthman that he married from Prophet Muhammad died, Prophet Muhammad gave him another one. So there is no limit to what we can do, as long as we are doing a halal way. If someone does, and you are interested, well, even if it's not conceptual fine, that should not, if you have good understanding, that should not be a problem. If a husband passes away and she's here, if you want to help your friend, marry her and take care of her. And take care of the children as well. That's the good thing to do. Rather than abandon and say, oh, it's my friend's wife, I cannot do anything with her. And that woman, maybe she's still suffering under the pillow. Because of that, I will try to go quick on this. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. The third one, because I've already talked about two, is the one we never want to hear. We never want to hear about it. It's polygamy. We don't want to talk about it. Everybody is shy because our women don't like it. It's the order of Allah. It's a permission from Allah. There will always find a skill to tell you, no man. On this whole part, no man can be judged. They never say any man judged. They say, yeah, we understand Allah said it. Prophet Muhammad is the pious man. So yes, he knew how to control them. But all you men on this side today, you cannot do it because you cannot be perfect. Meanwhile, like I said from the beginning, there are plenty of them. Singles. What can we do? Allah in His own mercy gave us solution, but we don't want to apply that solution. And we are suffering. And the worst part of it, as you say, when one tries to do it, they will all gang up against her. They will gang up against her. And they will give support to the first wife. Because why? They don't like her. It's not as if they like that woman. But the problem is they are afraid that if this one succeeds, the other men will emulate. So they don't want that to happen. So they will gang up against the one that said yes. And you be the enemy of all women. What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, what does that mean? You have some women, okay, my friend, what's wrong with that? If you truly love your friends, the two of you be friends together in that house. What's wrong with that? If you truly women, if you truly love one another, why don't you wish to yourself what you wish to another woman? Why don't you want them also to have their spouse? You know, you never deny that. Many of you, your number is out the number of men. That is established. Wallahi, I had this conversation with a woman last Saturday. I said, well, since I have been born, I never heard that any man complained that because someone took 4 wives, I can find my wife. I've never heard that before. Or because he's getting too many women, maybe I cannot find. It never happened. She's like, oh, that's true. Because our number, we are outnumbered the number of men. I said, oh, really? Okay, so what are you expecting for the other women to do? She said, well, you know, those are the prostitutes out there. Prostitute who? Your husbands. Right? What men will take them? Those same men that already had wives. So, in essential, they prefer, right, for you to commit sin and be punished by Allah because of the law, their self-interest. Because when you do zina, you are committing sin. But when you take the second one, Allah will continue to bless you. But they don't want Allah to bless you. They don't want that. Please, let me get out by the back door when I'm leaving. Please, make sure the back door is open for me. So the reality is that there are some of them that really want it, but they can't do it because they are afraid of the backlash that will come from their women. You should encourage them to do the right thing. Support one another on doing good and the fear of Allah. Not support one another on sins and what? And enemies. So when it comes to this issue, our ladies turn this verse, upside down. And they'll be supporting one another on committing sins and creating enemies among themselves. They will start talking about one another. And that one also will not have any courage, because when she appears like this, they will give her these eyes. You're like, oh Lord. Meanwhile, that will solve a lot of solutions in our world. This same country that we are following, you hear all this kind of thing right now. Threesome, open relationship. You know what all those mean? Open relationship. That means I can have many. You agree to it. If you feel like it, you also can have many. Threesome, we can all do it together. Yeah, Allah. But we put the law of Allah aside and we want to copy them. And I can guarantee you, the way this country is going, if some gays and lesbians can have that right, when it's a matter of when, not a matter of if. That law will go back to Supreme Court. I'm telling you. Because not only Muslims do that, there are some Christians in this country that do that. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, and they live in the same house. Go to Utah. They're on YouTube. They're everywhere. So essentially, to conclude, now, all this I'm saying, I'm reading the law of Allah. We are in the United States, right? Every one of you sign documents. When you are applying for immigration stuff, they say, do you agree that you are not coming here to do polygamy? Don't say any about you to go to polygamy. You sign that before they give you green card, before they give you a citizenship, so they can hold you against it. But the good thing is in America, you don't have 2 wives. You can have 1. You can have concubine. That one, no one will take you to court for that. So I hope we all understand one another. May Allah continue to guide us. May Allah continue to guide us. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Wa barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin. Kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil alamin innaka Hamidum Majid. وارض عن أصحاب الخلفاء الراشدين أبو بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعن التابعين والتابع التابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى ينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولا